Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Today, William Ruto is on his tour of Luo Nyanza region, what is referring to as development tour. But we know it is not development, something else. We understand that, but they will talk about development tour. To be specific, he is in Kisumu County. But before Ruto making his way to Kisumu, we know we have had big issue to do with the Sondu market. The people of Sondu are suffering, and there is a targeted community, Luos. We have seen people hit by nails in their head. Those photos are one of the sad stories. We cannot even share here because YouTube is not going to allow us to share some of this information. There is a restriction. I've seen sad videos, people being killed. Then, something funny is that a president is going to that area knowing all what has been happening there for long month. Miezi mingi tu imepita mambo ya Sondu kifanyika. Viongozi wa Kisumu, from governor, senator, woman rep, members of parliament, they have been in press briefing urging the government to take an action. But we know there was a problem because police officers seemingly acted in one side. When people were taking arrows, bows, rungus, going to attack their neighbors, police were taking no any action. Ile swali tunauliza William Ruto siku ya leo, unaweza peleka aje maendeleo mahali ambapo kuna vurugu, kuna vita, kuna mauaji, hakuna amani? Who is the advice of this government? You must start with peace, restore peace first. Then development comes in. There's no development that will take place and you have any economical impact when there's no peace in that region or area. So the failures of Ruto can be seen very clear. And this confirms that indeed he is not even serious to take development to Nyanza region. He's not serious about his development tour of Kisumu. Because if he was serious, ile shida tumeona Sondu should have been sorted month earlier before making his way to Kisumu. Sasa anaambia watu wa Kisumu ya kwamba kutakuwa na kikao cha cabinet at Kisumu State Lodge. Sasa hiyo ndio maendeleo. Watu wa Kisumu wahisi kwamba kumekuwa na cabinet meeting at Kisumu. Ile mambo alikuwa anafanya hapa Kakamega. So, there is no development he is taking to Nyanza. No development in Kisumu. Because if he was serious, he would have started with the restoring peace. Alafu tunauliza tu maswali rahisi. How do you take police to go and restore peace in Haiti when there is just a serious problem at home at Sondu, where a community has ganged against other community, but you cannot deploy police officer to go and solve that problem? Look at that. Saizi yako huko sasa Kisumu tu anasema mambo ni maendeleo nimeleta, si mambo mengine. Watu wamuulize kwa nini hii serikali imeruhusu kupeleka polisi Haiti. Lakini here in Kenya, Kisumu, just neighboring between Kericho and Kisumu, hakuna pale amani na polisi wako hapa wakupeleka kule nje. Sasa imekuwa ni biashara. That tells you that whatever is happening at Sondu is happening at the will of this government. It is their wish, it is their plan, it is what they want to see. Otherwise, if not, that nonsense could have ended long time ago. Sasa hapo ndo tumefika. Anasema nimekuja, tunataka tujenge mabwawa, dam. So he's promising dams. I don't know. I've seen houses being burnt down to ashes, properties being destroyed. Then you say you are taking their development. This is not serious. Of course, we saw Azimio also coming out, and on behalf of Azimio, Eugene Wamalwa issued a statement about Sondu, and this is what he had to say ahead of Ruto's visit to Nyanza region.
Let's make no mistake. The violence and mayhem in Sondu is not an ordinary disagreement between villagers. Big names are behind this violence. They include leaders and politicians from neighboring counties and in the national government. We view these latest incidents in Sondu as part of a long, off and on history of violence instigated by politicians who have on numerous occasions incited the different communities against each other, and local leaders who have been implicated in these activities. The apparent bias, indifference, and helplessness of security officers in the area as violence has raged on clearly indicate that big names are behind the fighting and the mayhem in Sondu. In particular, we are demanding investigations to be carried out against individuals who have been implicated as sponsors of the violence, who include the Kericho County Governor, Dr. Eric Mutai. These leaders must abandon the expansionist tendency through which they are seeking to extend the boundary of Kericho County with a view of claiming Sondu town. We are convinced that this violence is being sponsored by local politicians who have set their claim on part of Kisumu County during the envisaged boundary review that is coming soon. We strongly condemn the senseless murders prevailing in Sondu. We are also concerned over the mistrust that this violence is breeding between residents that is now taking a political dimension.
Now, the funny thing and the sad side of this regime is that while Ruto was planning to come to Nyanza region, we have leaders who are serving this government from Nyanza region, people like Eliud Owalo, Raymond Omolo, among other people. They were holding a meeting very early in the morning with a section of leaders in Nyanza region ahead of Ruto's tour of their region. What were they discussing? Did they talk about restoration of peace in Sondu? How can the community feel being protected by these individuals in this government if they can hold those meetings and then nothing comes out in terms of peace? Ni heri hata uninyime chakula lakini unipe amani. Because when there is peace, I will have time to think on how to get food and other basic needs. But when there's no peace, there's not even a single minute to think of how to get that even single meal. So watu kama Owalo are a part of the shame of this government. Watu kama Raymond Omolo, PS for Interior, someone who is sitting, huyu ndio accounting officer in the Ministry of Interior. The engine of that ministry ni yeye. Lakini wale watu ambao wanapigwa misumari kwa kichwa, mishale na nini, ni watu ambao wanaongea lugha ambayo yeye anaelewa kuliko watu wengine. Damu yake kabisa hivi. So shame on this kind of leaders. But above all, Kenyans, even those who voted for Ruto, are not happy with what is happening at Sondu. There is the issue of boundary. I have seen Eugene Wamalwa talking about that. Governors wanataka ushuru. So they got to an extent of using even bad tactics to get more space for collection of taxes. Sasa kama Ruto anatafuta watu wako, amesema wahusika washikwe na ikiwezekana hata wasafirishwe. Vile yeye anasema wasafirishwe. Yeye ndiye anajua kwenye anasafirisha. Lakini tunaona wakisema hata yule governor wa ni wa wapi? Governor wa Kericho County ni muhusika kwa sababu anataka ushuru pale. Sondu is a serious marketplace. Anataka collect ushuru pale. Sasa kama ni kusafirisha watu, basi aanza na huyo na wengine wafuate. We know political issues have been there. We know even the senator wa Kericho amekuwa akiongea kuhusu that, and they are claiming Sondu is part of Kericho. So how are they sorting this problem? Vincent Kipsang, a man who voted for this government, a man who speaks the same language with William Ruto, had a message for Ruto before making his way to Kisumu and the entire Luo Nyanza region. And this is what he had to say to tell William Samoei Ruto.
Tuambiane ukweli. Kuna kabila moja katika Kenya hii. Kuna kabila moja ambayo serikali wameweka kando. Lazima tuambiane ukweli. My president William Samoei Ruto, angalia story na Sondu. Kabla askari wa Kenya wajaenda huko Haiti, waweze kutembelea pale Sondu kwanza. Wanandi na Wakipsigis wenye wanaweza kudunga mshale ndugu zetu wa Jaluo waweze kushughulikiwa haraka iwezekanavyo. Mr. President, I know you are going there, Nyanza, on Saturday, this weekend. Please go there and talk about story ya Sondu. We need peace in this country before you extend peace to another country. We need peace. Ni lazima story ya Sondu ishe. Watu kila siku wanakufa na serikali wamenyamasia. Baada ya watu kuuliwa pale Pokot, Kindiki alikanyaka pale Baringo, Kerio mara mingi sana. Hatujaona Kindiki pale Sondu. Kwani hata kama hawa jamaa wakupigia kura, onyesha upendo kwa Wajaluo kwa sababu pia hawa ni wa Kenya na wako na right ya kuishi. They have right for protection from the government. I am calling upon my President William Samoei Ruto to visit Sondu after Nyanza. Thank you, guys.
So as we conclude, and by the reminding you, if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing to our returning subscribers. I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. The question is, has Ruto achieved or will he achieve his target in Nyanza region without solving Sondu issue? The answer remains no. Hata wale ambao sio wenyeji wa Sondu, lakini wanaona vile ndugu wao wale wanaongea lugha moja na hawa na Wakenya wengine tu wenye akili mzuri, hawawezi furahishwa na serikali kama hii. They feel that we are insecure Luos first, because now we're talking about Luo politics, economics and other things. That is the feeling, that we are insecure in this government. No matter how far it will make noise, no matter how huge it's going to make this noise, as long as it's not sorting out that problem, there is nothing politically is going to achieve in his tour of Nyanza. I don't know your views, but let us meet in the comment section to continue with this discussion. Thank you and see you in our next video.